It's strange how life works out sometimes. Well, one minute Carol and I were all set for 2 weeks filming in Cambodia, a technical hitch with flight details later, and instead we are heading for the Greek island of Corfu. 3 hours flight from Gatwick courtesy of Thomas Cook Airlines, a 30-minute transfer by coach, and Carol and I arrive at the Aliyah Beach Hotel Dacia for a week's stay on half board. That means we get breakfast and evening meal, leaving us plenty of time to explore the island. As we didn't arrive until 4 o'clock local time, we checked in, dumped our baggage, and went for a stroll down Dacia Beach. The beach is roughly 3 miles long in a crescent shape with several piers along the route to accommodate the sports enthusiasts among us. But Carol and I were content to just soak up the sun, far less strenuous. Dacia, in common with most of the east coast of Corfu, has a pebble rather than a sandy beach, and the water was incredibly clear. I noticed as I looked across the bay that we were also incredibly close to Albania and Greece. In fact, under 2 miles separates Albania from Corfu at its closest point. Next day, that being Saturday, I was up with the lark, although in Corfu it is swallows, and more of which later. And I filmed the hotel from one of the piers. Early morning or late evening is always best for filming things, and I am always an early riser. Fortunate, really. We have hired a car through the hotel for 3 days, as the plan is to explore for part of the week, take a trip or two, hire a boat to explore the coast, and then have a day doing nothing. Having completed the paperwork, we took charge of our red Suzuki and headed northwards, stopping on the way every time we saw a pleasant view. And there were plenty of them. I have to say at this point that although Carol and I had already fallen in love with Corfu, we hadn't fallen in love with either maps or signposts provided, as frequently one didn't match up with the other, or were spelt differently, or were missing altogether, so be warned. Our friends Mandy and Ian, who had suggested Corfu as an alternative, and who have a place on the island, recommended Agni as a good place to see, so we made it our first port of call. Agni is a small and intimate bay, probably one of the most famous on the island. Mainly because Gerald Durrell, one of my boyhood heroes, had a house here which still overlooks the bay and the several tavernas worth visiting here, including the highly popular Agni Taverna, which we visited for a refreshing drink, promising ourselves to come back later in the week by boat for lunch.